Hello, friends, and welcome to Little Bean's Garden, located in Pomona, California, Zone 10A, established in 2015. My name is Sule, and I will be your host for today. Today is March 9, 2024, and I wanted to give you an update on the beef steak tomato plants. They are doing absolutely beautiful. They're looking nice and healthy. It has been cold here lately and raining, so I haven't put them outside completely. I just take them out little by little, a couple of hours, just so that they can get acclimated to the environment and the weather. But so far, they are doing absolutely good. Today is March 17, 2024, and today we are going to transplant the beef steak tomato plants. Let me show you where I am going to transplant these beef steak tomato plants. It's not going to be easy, and I'll tell you why. Okay, friends, so this is where we are going to be transplanting the beefsteak tomato plants. Now, here's my dilemma. You see the cilantro? It is absolutely beautiful, and the calendula flowers, they're so beautiful. I don't want to destroy them. Ugh, but I need to get to the bottom of this wire thingy so that my tomatoes can go up the wire. Currently, the wire has peas that I grow every year from seeds that my friend Cole sent me. I know. He sends me a lot of seeds. He's just so generous. So a lot of the seeds he sends me, I have them in my garden. Anyways, off topic, but yeah, this cilantro is looking absolutely beautiful. It's flourishing. It's just great tasting. I come out here and just, take a little piece and eat it right off the little plant. It's so delicious. It's absolutely delicious. So we're gonna try to do it without harming the cilantro and the calendula flowers because I mean, doesn't it look just absolutely beautiful? And then not only that, it's still going strong. It hasn't bolted. And the reason it hasn't bolted is because it's been pretty cold and we've had a lot of rain. Anyways, let me stop blobbing. And I'm so sorry. It is windy, so I'm sorry if you can hear the wind. But let me get the plants and see how on earth we're going to do this. All right, friends, I think I have you in a good spot. We're going to plant it right there. Here is our seedling, and she's looking really beautiful and healthy. So let's go ahead and plant one together. All right, friends, I know you're not supposed to step on your soil, but I have no choice. So I'm going to dig my hole here, and I don't know if you can see that. Some of the cilantro plants, of course, are going to be damaged. Oh my goodness. This hurts to damage my cilantro plants because they look so good. I'm damaging some by stepping on them and some by digging the little hole, but it's okay. It's all worth it because we are going to grow this beef steak. And I'm hoping you can see that because from where I am, I can't see if you can see, but the roots are showing that definitely time to up pot. All right, let's plant our first one together. And I'm hoping you can see that, but if you can't, I am so sorry. It is just in a very difficult spot. All right, it's right here. I don't know if you can see that. First one planted. Let me get the rest done. And I will bring you right back. I really don't know how I'm going to do this. It's really difficult. Let me see. Were you able to see? You can see it. It's just uh, a little hard to see. But she's right there. She's right there. So I am so sorry. Look, the casualties of that was a pea plant. Anyway, let me get the rest done and I'll bring you right back. All right, friends. So I am done planting the beefsteak tomato plants. And I know you can't tell right now, but let me show you. There was a lot of cilantro plant casualties in the process, but it's okay. We got it done. So here is one. Hopefully you can see it. So there is one. And let's move over. And there is number two. Let me see if I can bring you closer so you can see. This is number two. And all this green, you really can't tell. That is number three. And that right there. Number four. And the last one, I put it all the way at the end. So that makes a total of 5 tomato plants. Now, this is a small raised bed, so you typically don't want to put more than 4 because they do grow humongous. They take up a lot of space, and I'm talking about the beefsteak tomato plants, and they take up a lot of space. But because I am limited on space, I am pushing the envelope when it comes to planting my tomato plants in my little raised beds. Anyways, they look pretty good, and I know that I did a lot of damage to my raised bed, but it's okay. I knew that was going to happen. I just didn't want to kill the cilantro. It has done so well for me, and it's looking pretty healthy. I did not want to damage it, but it's part of the process. Cilantro will be done soon. Typically, it doesn't last this long, but it has lasted this long this year because, well, it's been pretty cold and it's been raining. Today is July 5th, 2024, and today is our first harvest of this beef steak tomato. The plants did really good. They did produce tomatoes. They're not, all of them are not ripe yet, but there are tomatoes there. That one right there, that's the one we're gonna harvest. But it does have tomatoes. It did really good in the heat. I was surprised because it's doing really good. I do have it, I don't know if you can see that, but I do have it covered with some of the corn. I'm not growing that corn for eating. I'm growing it for shade for these tomatoes. But yeah, it's doing really good. It has a couple of tomatoes, but I don't think I'm gonna grow this every year because it just takes a very long time to grow, produce fruit, and then ripen. There's another red one over there. Hopefully you can see that. But overall, I'm very, very happy and impressed with the plant. And for this one that we're going to harvest today, I'm going to save that one for seed. So I'm not going to eat it. We're not going to enjoy it. When you're saving your own seeds from your garden, you want to make sure that whatever you're saving, whether it's a tomato, whether it's a tomatillo, whether it's flowers, that you're saving the seed from the best looking one in your garden or the one with the best flavor. That's how I harvest my seeds. Some people go by the biggest one, some people go by the flavor. Whatever you feel is right for you and your family, go ahead and do it. But yes, I will not be eating that one. That one's going to be for seed, and I don't know if I'm going to plant it every year. I don't know if I want to spend that much time waiting for these tomatoes and utilizing the space, but definitely give it a go. I do recommend it. I do love that it took the heat like a champ and that it does produce big tomatoes. So let's go ahead and stop the talking and let's go ahead to harvesting. Let me bring you up. I'm gonna try to jump on this raised bed. Okay, It's giving me a hard time. But it's a pretty big tomato. Let me get pruners and cut it off. Okay guys, so here's the tomato and let's go ahead and cut it. And there she goes. Okay, I have cilantro going to seed here. That's what all these sticks are. It's just cilantro that has now turned to seed, and it's now called coriander. But check this beef steak tomato out. It's pretty heavy. It is pretty big. Wow, it's so beautiful. I do recommend it, although I'm saying I might not grow it every year. It's not because of the tomato variety itself. It's just that in my garden, it takes a long time for it to grow. And we have extreme heat, and most of the time it does kill my plants around June. And if you notice, the reason I do recommend it is because it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not damaged, it's not burnt. Again, I do have, you know, these like corn growing behind it to shade it, but either way it's taking the heat like a champ. So I do recommend it. It just takes a long time for it to grow, produce and mature. But you know, if you have a long growing season and it doesn't get extremely hot like it does here, then that's something that you might want to consider growing in your garden. Recommend it 10 out of 10 for sure. And I will be saving the seeds from this one just to have some and grow it possibly maybe a year yes, a year no. I don't know, because I do like it. I do like it. I've had beef steak tomatoes before and they are flavorful to me. So I do want to keep growing it. I just don't know if it's going to be every year. Well guys, that's it from Little Beans Garden. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with your friends. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.